The dress was Proenza Schuler. The heels were Christian Louboutin, and the plea guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges. Cardi B accepted a plea deal from prosecutors for her role in a bottle-throwing beatdown that happened 4 years ago at a strip club in Queens. The Bronx rapper pleaded guilty to assault and reckless endangerment charges. Her sentence, no jail time, no probation, just 15 days of community service.
She feels good about it because she's really ready to move on.
In court, she went by her real name, Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar, and admitted to ordering an attack against a woman named Rachel Watley, who worked as a bartender at the Angels Gentlemen's Club in Queens. Cardi B admitted to paying $5,000 to her co-defendant, Tawana Jackson Morrell, to pull off the attack. Another co-defendant, Jeffrey Bush, said he carried out the order and beat up Hartley.
You know, it can be pretty easy to deny that Cardi B was on the side of justice in this situation, but you cannot deny the drip. She looked good in court. I think that makes sense, right? You're going to a court case where you're answering for a 2018 attack in a strip club where you've hired a hitman to attack someone that you believe has had an affair with your boyfriend at the time, now husband. That's Offset. So prosecutors reporting from the New York Times said that on 2 separate nights in August 2018, Ms. Almanzar, that's Cardi B, arrived at the club after 3 a.m. with others in tow. On one occasion, the group struck the victim, a bartender, pulling her hair, punching her, and slamming her head into the bar. 2 weeks later, they returned throwing alcohol in bottles at the victim's sister, another bartender. The original indictment in the case included 2 felonies and 12 charges in all, including harassment, criminal solicitation, and conspiracy. The other 10 counts were dismissed on Thursday. She's got money for good outfits. She's got money for good lawyers. And her lawyer has pretty much said, let's just move on, shall we? Let's watch.
She has really moved to another part of her life. And we're talking about a life of being happily married with 2 beautiful children.
Cardi's legal team says a trial would have sparked a media circus. Back in 2019, she faced a tougher legal battle when she was charged with 2 counts of felony attempted assault. Aside from completing 15 days of community service in Queens, the rapper must also stay away from the 2 sisters for the next 3 years.
And the idea is she's going to do something that plays to her strengths in terms of reaching people, particularly young people, positive messages about education.
Listen, to each their own here, but you could not waterboard the information out of me if the man I married, I found out, had cheated on me with someone in a strip club years before. But to each their own, to each their own. But Cardi B really posted up on the gram. It wasn't just paparazzi catching her pics in this outfit. She posted them. She posted them with the caption, "Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow." Another picture of her posing. She knew the camera was there. No way she didn't. I mean, come on. Her and Offset appear to be going strong. Also posted on the gram is this photo of her with the fam. Beautiful chaos. Thanks, my babe, for my babies and my gifts. Waz, what do you make of this? What's Cardi doing?
Look, Cardi B is from a neighborhood in New York City called Washington Heights. Look, street justice is often dispensed in those kind of neighborhoods. And in 2018, Cardi B would have only been about like 2 years into her superstardom. And so I can understand why she might have thought it was wise to revert back to the rules of the block when dealing with a woman who her husband may have had an affair with in 2018. It's of my belief that now, 2022, she's ascended to unimaginable heights in her career. She's a mainstay in pop music. Like her lawyer said, she's had a positive effect on the youth as far as spreading the gospel about democracy and education and, just getting involved politically and in the community. I truly believe she's changed another leaf. I'm happy Queens County, where I'm actually from, decided that community service was enough here and that we could all just move on. And I do believe in people's ability to change their lives and change their ways. So yeah, I'm glad Cardi has moved past this part of her life and we could close the chapter on the thuggishness of getting a hitman to beat up a stripper.
See, that's where it gets me, right? Because I grew up in a city where, street justice was very real. There were fights in my high school every damn day. And it's like, the thing that gets me is that now that Cardi B has resources to hire a hitman, like usually it's your friends, your cousins, your siblings, but a paid hitman, it's like the economic inequality in that situation makes it feel like an unfair fight. You know what I mean? I am glad it's community service though, right? Like I think this kind of restorative justice is what's needed to replace our corrupt justice system. And Cardi B is a huge figure. And I hope that that's really where this conversation goes. Knowing these times, I'm not optimistic it will, but I would like for it to, because will putting Cardi B in a cage for a period of time, years or months, do anything to resolve this? No, but Cardi B doing community service, good for the community. Anyone convicted of a crime where you've wronged another human being, it's not restorative justice. It doesn't benefit anybody, but probably the private prison contractors who are going to exploit their labor when they're put in a cage. That's really how I feel about it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I don't see how any restitution is paid to the citizens in the community of Queens by having Cardi B in some, little county lockup for 30 days, whatever the case may be. I think this is a more than just punishment. And I think people will actually be served by it. So I'm with you on that, Jess. And again, I'm just happy Cardi has ascended past this, because again, this was 4 years ago now. I'm sure she's ascended past getting strippers jumped.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop, and when she became this national figure, I was like, I can't believe this is Cardi B now, and everyone knows her name, because I loved her back then. She's hilarious.